Okay, so we've done this for the other two characters, right? The Titan and the Hunter, and now obviously my main's a Warlock. So we're gonna do this for the Warlock now. And it's today's the last day of Solstice, and I want to farm some tier 5 armor for my Warlock. My Titan also needs some as well. My Hunter, he's got some. Now, unfortunately, today is creation. Not really the most ideal, but it's okay. Remember, when you are doing this, guys, you want to make sure you have this bar right here to be where like it's like right here, because this is how you're gonna get a tier 5 every single run and farm tier 5s and make them actually rain. You know what I mean? Especially if you're not at 450 right now, this is what you're gonna want to do, and that's what we're doing right here. My Warlock is still using the illegal armor I farmed pre Edge of Fate. And dude, I want to get some, other tier 5s. I do have a tier 4 set at least for the Aeona, but I still want to get some better, more improved stuff. That's why we're getting some tier 5s. Let's get to it. It's nothing, now the build we're using obviously is nothing too crazy. We're just using, good old choir, slide lock, and calling it a day ski. And like I said, the thing about this is that creation it's a bit more on the slow side compared to, I mean, dude, honestly, the one we had yesterday was pretty chill with me. Hive, well, what was that? Like salt my hives, or that's chill. That was big time chill. This we have to sit on these plates at least twice per run. It just fluffs. It fluffs way too much. I don't like standing in one place. Look how slow it captures the plate, man. It is what it is, though. Hey, we're sometimes they can't all be heaters. Yes, I'm playing with one hand right now. That's why I like choir. This is why I like choir, because I can chain my devour and stuff like that. Now, unfortunately, with today being the last day of Solstice, man, like I feel like it's gonna feel a lot more of a drag to hop in these without that Solstice income dropping every single time. For me, man, that stuff is nice, bro. That stuff is nice. That stuff. I'm a fiend, bro. I'm a fiend for them 5 gold stars. Also, dude, like, I've been doing a little bit of research, or not research, rather, doing a bit more fantasy football crunching as my draft is coming up. It's a relatively, I don't want to say like a bigger league, but like it's a lot more serious leagues than I've been in years past. I'm trying to lock in. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win, dude. So I'm thinking like, what if I do a similar esque video of one of these, uh, on the main channel? Obviously, it'd be a little bit different. I probably would do like try and get like 30 tier 5s in one video or something, and just like see how good they are, or like how fast it would take us to do it. I feel like that could be a pretty fun idea for a video. Let's just get rid of all these. Let me not use all my choir ammo. There's generally a special crates. Generally, I run through this with the SMG, but we're vibing. Good old choir. I just, here we go. The epic raid, I really hope it doesn't drop like right around the same time as Borderlands 4 does. I'm gonna really be on some BL4. Oh, dude, why is this? This is the wrong class item. Yeah, I forgot. Dude, my build has my Star Eater set saved to it instead of my Synthos. Oops. Oops. 9 bullets isn't the best thing, but hey, we vibe, we vibe, we vibe. We move. I find it a bit ironic how, at this point, with how I've gone about doing the Solstice event and farming the tier 5 armor, my Warlock has the least out of all my characters. And, we're here to change that. We're here to change that in this video. Obviously, for those of y'all that have not seen the other 2 videos of this format that we do on this channel, these are very, very low edited or yap sessions, like one-on-one with me and the viewer, aka you guys, or you watching this video. We're here, you and me, we're vibing, we're doing this together. We are in it to win it, my friend. Throw it up on the other monitor as you do anything else productive. Maybe you're, doing some chores around the house, taking a dose, eating some food. Maybe you're, farming away at the, what, I wonder what, that's why I don't like creation, bro. Creation just sucks. And every way you look at it, it sucks. Anyways. We gotta adjust the playstyle here. I am 15 light under, not on light, so I'm taking a little bit more damage than I'm used to. That is what they call a issue. But we're all good now. We're all good. We're not gonna burger that much more times throughout the video, chat. Don't worry. No, not worry, my friends. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but recently I've changed the D-stave on my choir to onslaught. Freaking, it just feels a bit more. It just feels snappier, smoother, quicker, and it can melt some healthier enemies even faster if you got it ramped up. I like shooting it really, really fast because this gun's so freaking awesome, dude. We might bust out the SMG once in this video or so, Obviously, when you're a bit under light, primaries are definitely a lot weaker, as they are primaries. Just gonna pop my Song of Flame, and we're going to get our first tier 5, and it's going to be a class item, calling it now. And we're vibing. Ideally, we don't want any of the Solstice weapons. We definitely want armor. Armor, please.
From what I understand, the 9 aren't done with us
Chest piece.
But until they throw another
we keep that.
There's nothing to do but research.
Because this one.
It makes me sleep inside my helmet.
Super nade, that's good. I'm gonna keep that. We're only keeping tier 5s at this. What? Where? Holy shit! Oh, dude. Okay. All right. First run, we just flat out won. All right. This is better than the other one I got, bro. It's got demo. Envious, slice, attrition orbs, and honing. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, dude, this is nice. Oh, dude, nah. We are so back. Oh, what? Oh, what? Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I am such a fiend for those tier 5s, bro. I love it. Oh my god, and it's a hollow foil. Let me go to my vault and delete the other one real quick that I got. It was this one, yeah. It was this one. Like, this one's good too, but like, this one is just better. Oh, that's sick. That's so good, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go, bro. Let's go back in the mines. That's why you put on at least one of the modifiers to get it to right here, to where the forecast is like says it's hard. You're gonna get tier 5s every single time. I don't know exactly how late this video is gonna go up, as today's the last day of Solstice. It's Monday, and this event is just really, really good to just get those tier 5 armor drops. And to be honest, dude, like the tier 4 armor set for the Solstice is really, really nice. Rapid Solar Final Blows is just going to give you free health. Like, I mean, dude, as a Warlock guy, yeah, I'm happily going to take that. One thing I do want to mention about creation that I always find just funny, right, is the fact that the objectives, they're always very easy. It's like, at worst, defeat 20 combatants. Because the game knows you're going to stand on this plate for at least 2 minutes per run. It is what it is. At least you're guaranteed to get the side objective in creation. If I can get it to sub 4, I feel like that's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, not Caldera. K1 Hive, that's the move. Especially if I'm Solar Titan, bro. On Solar Titan, definitely the freaking move. K1 Hive. That is so lit. We know this. We know this. We're not here to talk about that. We're here to chill, have a good time, and just, I mean, see, sometimes in these videos, I'm going to ramble about stuff that's entirely unrelated about the game. Sometimes it's real life stuff. You know, I'm not the oldest, wisest person out there. But, you know, on some topics, I like to think I have some knowledge. Some. Like, I'll be honest, the fact that I made it this far, it's kind of nothing short of a miracle. We out here, chat. We're out here. I mean, in terms of YouTube, like, in terms of YouTube-wise, stuff like that. Oh, dude, Special Crate being here is always, like, my favorite. I get hella hype. I get super hype. Y'all think Borderlands 4 is gonna have pearlescence? I really hope they do. Uh-oh. I'm peeping over at the other stream, man, because I'm watching a fantasy draft go down, dude. I'm really trying to soak up as much... Oop, that's not ideal. I really like to lock in on my fantasy at this time of year, dude. Because the preseason's over, so, like, information we have now is very much more up to date than, you know, if you're drafting in, like, July, or God forbid, anytime earlier. So it's just nice to kind of soak up information, just seeing updated ADPs where other players are going. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna. This is a 12-man league. 12-man league, $50 buy-in. I know that's not the craziest, but like, bro, it's my first time in this league. I'm coming in there. I'm gonna win. All right. I'm showing. I mean, business. Business. It means business. I just bit the inside of my cheek. How does that happen when I'm talking, bro? I mean business, bro. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna win my fantasy this fantasy league after I get through here. After I get some tier 5 armor, bro. Look, low key, bro. As is like a side story, as a B plot on the Mo channel, bro. I'll keep you guys updated on how my my fantasy draft / season goes. For the one or two, you know, for the couple people that are also some fantasy football nerds out there like me. That's what these videos are for, man. Like, let's focus on the game more on the app vibe. And now it's time for me to stand on a plate like the best of the rest and use Squire. I love Squire. It's so good, dude. I should probably yeah, there we go. What am I saying? Probably should snipe and devour. All that good jazz. Should also be playing Dokkan. Oh, my phone's charging. Well, that's not very friendly of you, Mr. Champion. Yeet. 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 I still need my God Roll tier 5 mid retrograde. Whenever it pulls up in one of the pinnacle ops, I'm in there. I'm in there, boys. I got some good tier 4s, but like, you know, I want that tier 5 hollow foil, bro. At least tier 5. Good tier 5. You get like Envious Chain. You get like Envious and Rewind in the 3rd. Then you get like Chain Bait Honing in the 4th. And we're just like completely in there. Alright, I'm calling it boots. I love Destiny 2. Getting a tier 5 every run, dude. It's like, I love it. I'm a sucker for it, dude. Alright, chat, let's go ahead and burn 2,000 to infuse No Land Beyond up. 8,000. That was a lot. You don't need that.
You guys are cute.
We don't need that. We don't keep tier 3s anymore. We graduated past that. That is... Yes. Yeah, we keep the juice going. We're on the Warlock, so this is obviously going to be like another... These videos go on for about an hour or so, give or take. Around that area, 55-minute plus, generally. We're trying to... I say generally, we've done 2. Let me not, you know, count the chickens before the eggs hatch and stuff like that. I have the 3rd round pick in my fantasy draft. It's a standard setting. It's no PPR. It's kind of weird. So, like, if Jamar Chase falls to me, I think I'm going to take him and then go double running back. in the third and fourth, in the second and third. You never know how it goes, man. You never know how it might play out. A lot of mocks I've done, that's kind of what's happened, which I find insane. I was like, hey, how is this happening? Like, I mean, if he, I'm gonna take him. I don't care if it's a standard scoring setting. Like, if he falls to me, I'm gonna take him. I love this weapon. I did. Onslaught on Choir, I think, low key. This is like still a move even after the D-state buff. Like, I like, honestly, dude, like, look at it. Isn't it crazy that this gun can shoot this fast? Like, what the heck? Like, what? It's insane how fast it shoots. I love it. This is why I like Onslaught, dude. That's why I'll tell you what, man, this, no matter how goofy, dumb, silly the game is, man, one thing they'll always have in their pocket is the just raw gunplay of the game. There's just nothing like it. Yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Is that special? Give me that. God, I love special ammo, dude. I gotta update my slide lock build. It's outdated at this point. There's no fonts on it. Like, why is there no freaking fonts on it? Throwing fonts and stacks on the boots. Enhanced athletics, bro. Like, come on. What is my burger head ass doing? That time dilation. You just have free extra stats without even thinking about it. How easy it is to make orbs. Like, please. Oh, bot move. I suck so bad at the video game. Yeah, dude. At least this part isn't like the worst. It's just like, dude, the plates you gotta stand on. It's like gross. Like, no. I don't want to. I always like to just get rid of this barrier champ because, like, screw him. He's got to know his place in the universe. That is cannon fodder for the video. Hey, Fanatic, excuse me. Adios. Ammo crate? I honestly never even worry about the like those extra enemies that spawn. You don't need to. You can skip them every time. I mean, obviously, if you can and you want to disrespect them and nuke them, by all means do it. I'm always a fan of that. Sometimes these enemies got to learn their place, so I understand. I understand. Dude, I ain't gonna lie. I saw the empowering rift changes and they look kind of nice. Like, real talk, whenever those changes hit, bro. I'm obviously gonna put that on my Starfire build. I'm just gonna go to firing range. I'm gonna test it out, bro, because like they're really egging us on here with like old school Starfire being like right there for the taking once again. Like, is that not crazy to me? Like, if that, man, shoot, bro, shoot. Because you could use that with a whatchamacallit, you could use that with a Solstice set build. Get healing like that too. I just got no ammo. This is awkward. I'm just gonna chill without any ammo. How did I not hit any ammo crates? This is weird. Rare occasion. Just didn't have any. I just didn't hit any ammo crates. It doesn't really happen that often. I'll be honest. I'm generally better at managing my ammo than that. Sorry, I wish I had a shoot to the weapon. Hey now. See, like, I feel like this one's a little bit more, I guess you could say, I like this one, like, does not give me much stuff to talk about like the other ones did, dude. I was really big vibing. This one is just so, like, plate stand heavy. I feel like they should just, like, change how, like, fast this one goes, because, like, you really realistically like to have these be under 4 minutes at bare minimum, because, like, I mean, you can get on really high, like 2.5, freaking under 2 minutes on K1 high. You know, in the right settings, like boom, you're speed blitzing. This one, I mean, I mean, sub 5, but like, bros, oh, what the hell?
You can
What's your
add
5?
Warlock to that list now.
But that's what we signed up for. If people like the Guardian don't step up, those fires burn the
Damn,
whole system
what's your
down.
5 is kind of tough. Do I? Nah, it's tier 5. I can, if it's tier 5, it's safe for me to infuse it up. Type shit. Damn. Not all of them can be home runs, chat. Not all of them can be home runs. Gimme, 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 gimme. I do like the extra little brightness here and there. We'll take that. We'll take that. Take that all day, all day. We keep moving. We keep moving. Because ideally we get some juicy tier 5s in every slot, right? Let me just double check my postmaster. Make sure nothing went in there. You never know. You never know. I need to get lionfish. The that new stasis, rapid fire frame fusion. And nothing in the postmaster. Just double checking. Interesting. Very interesting situation. 35 combatants defeated. Like, we're not gonna hit that. This is a special crate, bro. I'm definitely one in on that. I definitely want in on that.
I've been holding Trostland alone for long enough to know what a single soldier can do.
God, this weapon is so freaking good. We'll just hop in the good old hot tub, hit the bait. Sometimes you gotta, you gotta do them. You gotta balance. Remember, always make sure they know who they're stepping into. All right. Make sure they know. Make sure they know. I really, really want to get tier 5 raid gear. I don't like how the raid is not dropping tier 5 raid armor, raid loot at the moment. It's very, very silly to me. If you like honestly think about it, it's like the raids are, dude, they're the most premium pieces of content that the game has to offer. Why is it not dropping the best stuff? Why is the best stuff dropping in a lost sector that I'm doing by myself? That's a miss. That's a miss and kind of silly. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, but like, come on. Come on now, bungos. You're... See ya. Oh, I didn't get amplified. Silly me. I'll just use the choir ammo here, dude. Great. Great. Whee! I do love the uppercut build, man. It's so good. One of the most reliable builds Warlock has had. I preach about his greatness. I'm also a Sunbracer stan. Sunbracer's still really freaking good, by the way. Just, I feel like nobody's really talking about that. Like, Sunbracers are still very, very, very good. Your nades are just doing more damage. They're especially this season with Shield Crush. You have Infinite Radiant. You're just absolutely nuking. You're just kind of shredding. It's pretty gnarly. You get a little bit of melee for your Heat Rises, Ember of Empyrean, your Ember of Searing to kick in and give your melee back, like with little effort, dude. You're back. Like it's actually really freaking good. I made a Sunbracer build video earlier this season. Just saying. That's obviously on the main channel though. I still get questions of people asking me how to properly use bracers. I know bracers they're very fucking old. There's a lot of other really good Warlock builds, but like they still have a good place. And I'm a fan. I'm always gonna be a fan of my bracers, man. I'm always gonna be a fan of my bracers. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, dude. It's so good. Pop, 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 pop. Look how fast it melts the wyvern. Just because it's shooting so freaking quick. Oh, that's very not cool of you. You suck. Nuked him. Get off me, bro. Fanatics. They can be a little bit silly. Now, guys, I don't know if any of y'all have noticed, but there's been a trickle recently on this channel of, you know, for the past few days in a row now, there's been a flawless raid video going up. And if you saw the first two, you could argue those are the hardest. There's a reason why those were posted first. And there's gonna be some juice coming to the main channel with that. Letting y'all know we got some heat coming. Obviously, you guys of the Mo channel, you guys are a bit more knower, so y'all get a little bit of a sneak peek, early access per se. You know what I mean? We already got boots for this. Yeah, we're still gonna put those up and hold on to them because we take that. Oh yeah, we got this earlier. I like that. But obviously, you guys on the Mo channel, you guys are you're gonna see a little bit of it in its raw state. I might at some point I'll just rip it and upload like the freaking fat video for it, like a supercut type of vibe. But we'll see. Remember, guys, one thing: you've got to stay hydrated. I am that guy. I do like lemon water, but I'm also a big fan of creatine. Putting creatine in my water as well promotes muscle growth. I think I've used this analogy before, but well, not on video. I use it on stream. But if in terms of like building like muscle mass, a nice little analogy is, let's say for example, your body is a foundation for the pyramids, like to build a pyramid, right? And your cells and your body itself would be represented by, you know, like the worker that is building said pyramid, and the pyramid as it gets bigger is represented by the muscle mass that is being built through weight training and a decent diet. Every time you give your body amino acids, which are found in proteins, you essentially are giving your body the materials required to shape the brick and slowly lay down the pyramid. It's a long process and it takes time, but as long as you give your body the you keep giving them the material, you're essentially is giving your body an opportunity every single time to build muscle mass. Now, there are situations where no matter how much material you give them, it can only go so fast, right? Think about it at your job. If you have to make whatever, even if you are given so much of what you're required to do to make whatever it may be, you still can only go so fast. Creatine is basically I don't want to say like a second worker helping out, but it's something along those lines. So it allows your body to build the muscle mass quicker. I don't know why I'm shooting this barrier goblin. It's totally pointless and irrelevant to do that. So, if you are someone who's trying to build muscle mass, putting creatine at least in your water or in your, you know, your protein shake or whatever you may drink during or after your workout is a very, very good idea. It's very safe. It's the only thing supplement that I've ever used. Because what you don't want to do is steroids. That is putting your body at unrealistic levels that it's not supposed to be at. It gets used to that over time, and then when you eventually have to take that away because of side effects, you are then left shrunken down because your body was never supposed to get to that size in the first place. It's very dangerous as well, and it's not worth it, at least in my opinion. Creatine, though, it's totally safe. It's totally safe. It's approved everywhere. You can literally buy it at a Walmart. That's where I buy mine. Very, very safe to use. There's my TED Talk on that. Just saying, if you're trying to also build mass, a good way to think about is consume the number, however much you weigh, you would want to consume that amount of grams in protein. So for me right now, I weigh 172. I want to get to 200 eventually. So I want to be eating 200 grams of protein every day throughout each day in a relatively balanced manner. You don't want to front load it or back load it. Ideally, you want to do it in a, consistent format throughout each day. And yeah, fitness. I'm not the biggest fitness nerd guy, but I do like me some physical activities. I'm pretty sure I've said this plenty of times in videos, but I'm gonna say it again because I want to. But I grew up playing a lot of sports. I say a lot of sports, but mainly I did a lot of physical extracurricular activities. I grew up in the south of the United States. A lot of water activities growing up. Played football for 10 plus years. Growing up, Pop Warner League, middle school and high school. Then I did some track and soccer. Then I did a little bit of Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, and MMA. And then since about age 13, 14, I've been consistently lifting weights. And obviously, right now, at my current age, you're not going to be playing sports in an actual league unless you're actually really, really good. I was decent, but I'll be honest, my senior year in high school, I was yeah, man, that NFL dream, yeah, that shit is so shot. That shit is not happening. It's definitely 100% time to try and go for that YouTuber route, because that shit's lit as hell. And I got a higher chance than a 0.02%. So, dude, I have this clip on my phone. Holy shit.
It's been nice to be in the field again. Sometimes I forget that I'm a hunter and not
Let's
just
see.
Clovis Bray's granddaughter.
Your
Oh,
grandfather's rather hard
that's
to
gross.
ignore,
We
isn't he?
don't like that.
What
Let me look at
with a
this.
giant robotic head and all. But always remember, he's
Target
not
lock.
the only family you have.
I'll keep it. It's not gonna beat this one, dude. And then you, high health, high grenade, high class. We keep. Yeah, unfortunately, that thing kind of stinks. Beat this as well, and guess what we do, chat? We run it back, hey, run it back. But there's this clip on my phone, right? And at some point, I gotta find a way to show you guys. But it's a clip of me in one of my games my senior year, and I'm covering a punt. And the team that we were playing, don't kid yourself, these guys, our coaches telling us going into this game were telling us yo, these guys, they play a little bit dirty, so just be wary of that. Our coaches gave us a bit of a heads up, yo, these guys, they can 45. Oh, watch out, 45 combatants defeated. Okay, they kind of told us just beware that these guys, they're gonna play a little bit dirty. So obviously, high school, you play on Fridays, and Friday night rolls around, and we're traveling to their stadium, about 35-minute drive on a bus. Oh, dude, them bus rides before the games were something else. Compared to after the games, especially after you lost, oh man. Anyways, so we get there, And I'll be honest, man, the first quarter and a half, maybe even I would go as far as say the first half, honestly, was actually going pretty darn good. We got up to a 10-0 lead, and I'll be honest, man, my football team, my senior year, we were not that good. Our starting quarterback, he got injured in what would be considered a preseason game. It was like a jamboree game, basically, like right before the season officially starts, before our actual first legitimate game on our schedule. They play this little jamboree game. The game's used to, it's a preseason game. So what you would essentially that is like your starters maybe go in for, 2 or 3 drives or series, not too long, maybe just, working a few basic plays, nothing too crazy. You're just getting ready to officially like start the season. You're really using this game to like see what some of your kids on JV can do, some of the backups, see what they're made of, see what kind of depth you may or may not have, whatever it may be. And our starting quarterback on, I think it was the second or third drive, enemy defensive lineman falls on his leg, snaps his fibula. Okay. So we were basically playing with our backup quarterback the entire season. It is what it is. So we get into this. We all that to say that like we were just not that good. We were down our starting quarterback. Even one of our best receivers was completely hurt as well. So like our main quarterback, main receiver, just out. It is what it is. So you got to play the games on the schedule. So our backup quarterback, he was in, I think, 10th grade. He was the JV QB. And obviously our starting senior QB who's hurt he knows the offense better than our JV guy does, but he's doing his best. And I played tight end. I played on special teams as well. But I was primarily a tight end / H-back my senior year. I'd gotten a little bit heavier, and in terms they wanted to use me on the line a lot. I initially tried out for receiver that year. They accepted me. I approved my tryout, but they immediately, like a weekend, moved me to tight end. So I was blocking for this guy. And granted, I was, in terms of assignments that a tight end and a receiver have to do on any given play, it can be a lot different. Sometimes a tight end has to chip block, he has to pull. Receivers, generally, it's like they're blocking or they're running one of their routes. Of course, all positions in football have to be executed perfectly for the play to work. But still, I was learning essentially like a new part of the offense, and we had gotten a new offensive coordinator, so I was learning a new offense as well. So, needless to say, this game was going surprisingly better than we thought it was. We had a 10-0 lead on these guys. These guys were pretty good. Their running back was an absolute stud. I think he went to may have been a D2 running back. I can't quite remember, but I remember for a fact their offense was just, it was like 90% run heavy. Like this guy, like they were running Wildcats formation with this guy. Like this guy was their offense, and he was an absolute shifty menace of a running back. So when we got this 10-point lead, because we had gotten a turnover, it was pretty awesome. We got the ball on the 10, we better punch it in, get a touchdown, got a double 2-score lead. Now at this point, we get to this point where we're having to punt back, right? It's now 10-7, and we're punting back to them. So we're punting, and the punt, was okay. It wasn't the best punt, but it was a decent enough punt to where like our coverage was our magic punt coverage team is what this coverage unit for punt was called. It's called Magic, what our special teams coordinator called it. It was good enough for us to get down there. All right, now I played at the very edge, literally just block real quick and just immediately get downfield as fast as possible, cover the punt. Okay. Well, we get down there. By the time I get down there, the punt returner had already been like out of bounds, and the whistle's being blown dead. And like, oh, Fanatics don't do me like this, sweet. And as I hear, I see, I visually see him stepping out of bounds, and I hear the ref blowing the whistle. So I instinctually start to just slow up because the play is dead. The play is over. Tier 5.
You're
Damage.
right,
No tier
but
5.
we'll need her
I
back
really say
soon.
damage? I
I
did.
know she needs to follow up on
So
those bridge
I
payments
see
with
the
the
play
Warlock.
is over, and I hear
I hope she doesn't
the
get
ref
lost somewhere.
signaling that, guess
Like
what?
Squall and
The
the
play
Traveler.
is over.
He
So
hasn't been
I
the same since.
instinctually slow up and just get ready to run it back. As I start to slow up, I just feel just like this force right here, just like this big solid force just like jib me right here in the side. I'm just like, oh my god, and I just get smacked, and I kind of like flop and fly a little chunk, dude, and I got cheap shotted. This dude completely like hit me with the side of his helmet, or like the top of his helmet on the side of my ribs here, dude, and just fucking rocked my shit, and I knocked the wind out of me, bro. I was down on on the count for a good little 90-second juicer there, bro. I was like, like, dude, at that moment, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. And then the icing on the cake, but I don't actually have footage of, unfortunately. One day, dude, I gotta show y'all a clip of exactly the story I just told, because I have a clip of it on my phone for y'all to, like, actually see what I'm talking about. But wait, can I pull that up on my phone? And just, like, show the webcam? I could probably do that. Dude, hold on. Let me clear this plate. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But later on in that same game, in the same half, there was, we were running a run play. And I lined up behind the left tackle in this formation, right? Called it queen, signaling to me that I'm lining up behind our left tackle in this formation. Now the play that he called, the way that the blocking scheme was supposed to be set up, is that the running lane was supposed to go between the left guard and the center. The center and the left guard and the left tackle are going to crash inward, and we're gonna have I believe we had a guard also pulling, and I was supposed to go through and be blocking on the second level in the running lane, hit a linebacker, or God forbid even if safety pulls up. I had the wrong assignment, and I ran into our pulling guard, and we got like tackled for like mega stats, like pretty bad. So yeah. Now I'm going to try and find. Let me see if I can find it. No, Chad, no. I've mentioned it. I'm gonna find it and show you guys. Just exactly. It would be right up out here. Hold on. Thanks, phone. Is this phone? What's my phone doing? Alright, here we go. Hold on, I'm gonna wait for it to like replay. I don't. Let's just see. Look at this. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see? Yeah. Dude, I just got fucking smoked, bro. One more time, chat. Look at this. Look. This is me. That's me right there. Watch. Boom, bro. Bro. Like, why they do me like that? Why they do me like that, bro? Like, dang. It's kind of fucked up. Is what it is, though, dude. Yeah, that was one of the most painful football games of my life. I'll be honest. I'll be brutally honest. That was one of the most painful football games of my life. No special crate, not looking the best. Alright, this is why we have the pulse rifle. We're just going to be very, very smart. with how we break these crystals, chat. Going to get enough special Finny. Special Finny, I feel like kind of is slightly nerfed in this sandbox because you kind of want to run a lot of fonts, but it's still very, very good of a mod. And then it's fine. Ooh, it's not fine. He got nuked anyways, so it is fine. I do love Destiny 2, the video game. Yeah, there you go, chat. There's a nice little little flashback for you. A little bit of extra lore. Did I miss one? I did. Wait, is it under? Yeah, it's back in that corner. Ah, crap. I didn't notice that was a fanatic until I used the uppercut. Oops. It happens. Alright, let me rip through here and run through it. I'm a big football guy. Like, I am, dude. I'm also a big chess nerd. I love chess, dude. I'm a sucker for some chess. And typically, like, I don't know, like, on stream, there's a good chance that I'm gonna play a chess game or two. It's just what it is, bro. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for it. Let me, after this run, I do want to check just how far we are in. Ideally, I want to get another tier 5 to drop, which we will. That's just how the nature goes. Oh, crap. Forget, I want to save that for the debuff, but it's all Gucci. See, Mr. Guy. 40 bullets, we can make 40 bullets work. We can make 40 bullets work. Dude, chat, I think later today I'm going to go to B-Dubs. I'm out of ammo. Not out of ammo. See ya. He got nuked. Dude. What's y'all's favorite fast food fast food chains? The one with the best mobile app deals, let me tell you what. What? What do you think they're doing? Chat, I've never had In-N-Out. So, fun little, fact about me. Is I was born in, California, as a wee lad. Back in the good old year of, 99. Way back in the day, yep. Before this century. And we got tier 5s back then. Ah, shit.
It makes me think.
We'll
Using
start with
darkness,
these.
guardians are stronger than ever.
Why do I need that?
Powerful than when we raised the city walls. But
Alright, let me see how far we are into the video here.
old vets like
Okay, yeah, we got enough for a couple more runs.
Zavala and Ares lost
We got enough for a couple more runs in us, chat. 48 minutes, we got it. We got more in us. Fuck. I was checking the postmaster, man. Hoping we were getting a little sneakered in there. Trying to get a little bit hungry, chat.
You're up, Guardian. Let's clear this sector as quickly as possible.
With any luck, we'll be long gone before major reinforcements arrive.
Is there a special crate for the boys here? Ideally, dude. Okay, to be fair, bro, we did get the juicer. We got like all the weapons, like we're set. The tier 5. That hollow foil, bro. I just whiffed that nade. I did. The hollow foil that we got. It's crazy. Oh, crap, man. I might have to. Let me finish this plate and send a little text real quick, chat. Oh, man. Here you go. Hold that. Hold that. Dude, like, you're gonna have plates, You guys, it's like anime. I've brought up the topic of anime a few times on the main channel. I don't think I've done it too much on this one. Let me send a text real quick. Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. Alright, I got more ammo to deal with these crystals from up here. Look at that. Oh, I love Choir 1. Oh. Hmm. Yes. Oh. That should be... Oh. You know what's a good... Yeah, I have a great topic for us to talk about for the end of this video. I want to talk about, like, jobs that, like, I've worked, because, like... my first job was at a Smoothie King. But one thing I feel like like everybody at some point in their life should do, they should work at like a fast food place or a full blown like or a full on restaurant for like at least like 6 months, bro. Because look, man, I worked at I don't know if you guys ever heard of like Raising Cane's or anything like that. It's a chicken finger place, and I worked there back in like 2018 through basically May of 2020, right? And I whiffed my grenade because I'm bad at the video game. And let me tell you, man, some of just the raw amounts of just bulls that you would experience or have happen to you working at a fast food place, man, would be crazy. Here, I got a funny story where this one is just, I mean, it's nothing on the terms of like the customer's end or anything, but it's totally like a big mistake goof that I made, and it's just like, come on, dude. So for any of those who've worked with a fryer or anything that has hot grease, hot oil, right? You guys know that you have to filter it. You got to filter the grease because as you cook stuff in it, flakes of, especially if it's chicken, whatever it may be, mozzarella sticks, fried pickles, anything, whatever you're frying in there, throughout the day, you got to filter it. Otherwise, your oil's gonna get gunkier. So it's gonna cook the food worse. It's gonna have a different like connotation to it's. You have to filter it to have a proper high quality, proper standard for your product that is going out the window. And at Canes, the way they did it is day shifted one and night shifted another set of filtering. Now, luckily for day shift, they only had to do the bird fryers, the actual chicken fryers. There's three chicken fryers they call bird fryers, and two fryers. Everything obviously you want to fry those separately to prevent cross contamination. That's why it's a chicken finger place. We're running through tubs of chicken. We're talking hundreds of pounds of chicken a day. This place is running through. No tier 5. I might need a. Does that still give me an A? Oh, they give me a B. Gotta up it. I gotta up it. Yeah, about to say, hold on. Now, this video is going to go a little bit longer because I just realized that these are not quite exactly what I'm going for here. We got to up the difficulty, so we're just going to put on this. Well, not that. This. What's this do? I don't know. I don't really care. Get that up a little bit. We'll get back to our tier 5s. Yeah. Actually, this is giving me just more time to talk to you guys. So, this happened around, I want to say it would be December of 2018. As I was working day shift, okay, at Open. I got there at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. There was a truck that morning, so I got up there early, helped throw the truck, and I was on bird that day, which means I was responsible for dropping the chicken for all the orders coming in throughout the entire shift. My shift ended at 2:30. And they would always do filtering the fryers on day shift at around 12 to 1, somewhere in that time frame. And since we're doing it, obviously we can't just shut down the kitchen mid-peak lunch hours. So it's the way it is. It's just that, hey man, you got to find time in the day where it's, slow enough to where you can be down to only 2 bird fryers at a time, because we're filtering and cleaning one of them out, one at a time, total of 3 of them. We're going to be down at least 1 for about an hour or so, okay? Now, if they're quick, you can get it done about like 35, 40 minutes. But, sometimes, depending on the day, dude, if it's busy as hell, I'm taking my sweet-ass time making sure I'm doing an extra good job. Because I don't want to deal with all them extra orders, man. It's stressful as fuck on them boards, or, jumping on that chicken sometimes, especially before they let us put in our headphones. Anyways, so this is probably like my 5th time filtering or so. So like I've done it before, but like I wasn't fully fluid with it, right? Like think of filter, like I've done the raid a few times before, but I don't have any tags on it, like, so I haven't like mastered it yet. When you learn a new raid, it's one thing to learn it, it's another to get some tags on it, right? When I mean my tags, I mean like, low man tags, flawless tag, low man flawless tag. God forbid if you're a demon enough to solo or duo anything like that, do your thing. But I say this to say, as an analogy, that I wasn't as comfortable with the filtering process at this point in my time working there. I'm not going to say career, because that is cringe to call anything working at a fast food chicken place a career. Although I know some people that got up there in like the corporate part of it, they make bank. What do you think? Anyways, work on the front lines can be kind of ass. I always get baited to think that's a crate of ammo. It is what it is. So I get my my apron. It's a special filter apron design because, like, dude, you're hovering over these hot ass fryers in hot grease throughout the entire filtering process. You're going to sweat a lot, obviously. Yeah, you also have safety goggles. Abso-freaking-lutely, you have safety goggles for this. I don't care how badass you are doing that without safety goggles. It's just idiotic. You really want hot grease just having a chance to splash to your eye socket? I don't think so. Don't think so, brother. I don't either. You also have special, really, really strong gloves for this process. As, you're grabbing a hot metal hose throughout this entire process, and even then sometimes you can feel the heat through that really strong glove, so it's very much so needed. Now the way the process works is that there is a blue, a yellow, and a red, essentially a lever, right? The red one is to the left, and the right. The red one is to the left, and the yellow and blue one are off to the right, as a duo with each other, right? They come in at more of a pair. The yellow, I think the red one essentially locked the thing in place. That's where you would actually line up the filter pad to where when you pull the yellow, which drains the switch, like it actually drains the grease, it would go into the filter pad itself. And then I believe the blue one kind of shot it back up per se, or no, that you pulled the blue one to start filtering it back through the hose, so you could then filter out the grease, clean off all the gunk in the fryer as you're filtering the oil at the same time. That is how the filtering process worked. And the way the bird fryers were is that one of them was by itself, and the other one was basically like the other two were basically back to back. You didn't have to move the filter pad; you just had to move the entry point of the grease. So I started with those two this particular day, and when I did this, I did the first one, no problems. Took me about 15 minutes or so. And then I go to do the next one. Now, it just so happens, with how the business worked, our GM of the place is going to be there more like very often during the day, and not nearly as much so on night. He is technically required to close once per, I think it's once per month or once per week. I can't remember exactly, but he would close very, very rarely compared to how much he would be there as opening the store. So me being there on the day, granted this is I haven't day shift at this point. It wasn't really part of my schedule, so it's kind of an oddity that I would be working with this guy or working with him, right? And I volunteered to do the filter process because I wanted to show like I'm not some fucking bum ass lackey on the fucking roster. Like I can handle some work and buckle down and just get the shit done. Like I ain't no fucking sorry. I ain't no bit, you know what I mean? Like I can handle it. So when I go to do the second fryer, I moved the filter pad, but I didn't rotate it. So when I go to drain it, I'm chilling at first, but about 4 or 5 seconds go by, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I should have just shot him with my pulse rifle. But like a few seconds go by, and I'm like, wait, why do I feel like this real hot? Why is it really, really hot by my feet? So I look down, dude. It's just hot grease running over. I didn't put it under the proper part, dude. I drained it. It's just I'm draining it onto the freaking floor of the kitchen. It's just all over the kitchen floor. I'm like, oh mother, like I'm like, ah, crap. Like how do I, burger this? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then to make matters worse, as like 20 seconds or so after I realized my fuck up, the GM of the store comes out of the office and he just looks at me and he looks down and he just scoffs like, oh, like that, and walks right back into the office. And I'm just like, oops. Like, I mean, damn. It is what it is, man. It's a fair mistake, but I mean, come on, dude. How do you make that mistake? What do you mean to line up the drain of the filter pad with the fryer? Like, it's just silly, bro. It's just silly. I still look at myself back like, come on, dog. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Now, one time, I was arriving to work, and I picked up my buddy, who I actually went to high school with. Just so happens, I mean, we reconnected working at the same place together. This would have been about This would have been in like March of 2019. And me and my buddy, we pull up to work. It's early, right? Me and him had a mid shift, so we're coming in at for 11:30/12 o'clock is when our shifts are starting. So he needed a ride to work. He lives pretty close to me, and he paid me handsomely. We'll say that. He gave me $15 in gas money. I feel like I gotta cover all my bases these days when you say, whatever. My brother, we get to work. Bro, we see 2 school buses. Keep in mind, bro, this is like I want to say maybe a Saturday. It's a weekend day. It's a Saturday morning. And dude, we pull up at like 11:30 and there's just 2 school buses in the parking lot. We're like, why are there so many? Why are there well, actually no, it's just like this is huge. Why are there any buses in our parking lot this early? Well, we walk in there. Dude, so there's 2 entryways, right? The way the store is set up, I'm just going to cover as I explain this real quick. The way this is set up is, here's the restaurant, right? There's an entrance here, like the main entrance, and then there's a side entrance. It'd be like right here, okay? And we walk in through this entrance, and dude, there's just instantly like a line all the way to the front counter. There's a line that goes all the way out this door and all the way out the side door. And on top of that, as we walk through, there is this store was a training store for like, managers in like corporate positions and stuff like that. So there was a lot of what they would call MITs, which stands for managers in training, that would come through there a lot. So we would have a lot of like, the store just had a lot of new faces coming in, right? And what happens is, oh wait, maybe a special crate. What? Wait. You shouldn't have my mans. I'm going to snipe this special crate. Is I pull up and dude, there's just one of them, this MIT dude. So generally, to give even further context, the way they like have those boards, which is the position that actually builds the meals. Like you have like one position that it's making one part of the meals, the one that's making the main part of the meal, and another that's making that's like putting them all together, right? Generally, that's where I would be. They call them the boards. I called it jail because you get on there, you're not coming off for a few hours, even if you have to pee. Hold it. You gotta hold it, champ. Sorry. Anyways, the boards are already split for dining room and the drive-through. Generally, they don't get split until like peak busy hours, because when you split the boards, you essentially are wasting. You have to put product in multiple places, and one of them is not the spot where it keeps it warm, so it expires quicker. So if you're splitting the boards, you're going through more product. Oh man, this is just not my day, is it? And further back, is this game bad? Yes. So when they split it this early, that's when you know it's going down. And on top of that, there's a third board split for what is this massive takeout order. This takeout order, I kid you not, is requiring, I mean, dude. Jeez, damn! What is happening? Oh, okay, this is just starting to piss me off now. Why are we being silly, Bungie? Hold on, Chad. No. You're not gonna interrupt my freaking story, you stupid Vex losers. No, absolutely not. Disrespecting. Trying to ruin my mother frickin' video like that, you rude losers. Get out of here. You too. Let me just let them know who's alright. There's a third board split for this huge takeout order, guys. I'm talking at least 140 plus chicken finger order for one order, on top of the 100 plus people we have indoors, on top of any other regular customers that are coming through just on a normal day. Dude, just coming in straight in immediately. Bro, I hopped on the boards. I got off at 6 o'clock. I left the boards once for 5 minutes to take a piss. Turns out there was like this club thing going on or something like that. So it wasn't just that bus that we had to deal with. After that bus, there was about 6 more buses that came throughout the day. I mean, dude, we were just getting completely. We got smoked all day. I mean, I was making like 5-6 boxes a ticket, bro. Luckily, we had a pretty dang good all-star crew. I think our managers like knew about this ahead of time, so I remember like looking at the schedule for that day. I was like, dang, why do we have so many of our best people coming in this early? Turns out that would be why. It makes sense now in hindsight. It definitely made sense when I got there, but like, bruh, like, we got smoked. We got completely smoked. There's also, dude, like, there's like an event like every single time that would cause that place to get busy, like at least once a month, right? You had like, so there was this, like, you know, graduations during May, summer hours during the summer, so like just raw, just sheer extra raw volume happening. Then you also would have, you know, these other just events. There's like a little event hub kind of close by. I'm just gonna use my super. And dude, it was just insane. Some of the stuff that would happen, not to mention some of the goofy customers you'd get at late night closing shifts, man. Oh man. Oh man. Alright. Let's get our last tier 5 of the video, shall we?
I was happy to hear a colony ship
Ooh.
survive on campus.
It's a tier 5 SMG? This SMG sucks balls.
Sectors like this one day.
I'll keep it, but like, it sucks balls.
Nice park.
And then did we get any armor?
Statue of the Guardian.
Tier 4?
Covered in
Yep.
pigeons.
It's okay. We're going to be doing some live streaming later today, Chad. We'll be farming on both our Warlock and our Titan. But that is going to conclude... Wait. Ah, they baited me, Chad. They baited me. Anyways, though, guys, that is going to wrap up this video. I do appreciate y'all pulling out to this yap session. We're on the Warlock for this one. I'm going to do something similar for this for the main channel. Not just, but it's going to be different, because these are meant to be like just kind of like raw yap sessions with you guys. Maybe some, actually, I'm going to start using for some stories as well. Thanks so much for watching, spending your time watching, hanging out. Much love, subscribe, check out the Twitch channel. All linked in the description. 07, y'all are awesome.